It's cool.
Live.
We're live.
Hello, it is Thursday.
Yes.
Sunny, 64 degrees today.
YouTube seems to have gotten whatever it was that was not going right with their lives so that our camera now works. We did nothing, and it seems happy with us, which is good.
Yay.
Certainly simplifies things with YouTube.
It's Valentine's Day.
Yes, it is. It's Valentine's Day, so would you be mine?
I'm yours.
Okay, very good.
And tomorrow is not 64 degrees. It is very, very cold. No, it's just 30, but it's snow and ice.
Yes.
Snow and ice.
That's the weather report.
Mm-hmm. For about 30 hours, actually. From 9 in the morning until the next day at noon. So, do you want me to put on my computer and make sure we're on?
Well, this says there are 6 people here.
Oh, okay. So I don't see a chat.
Yeah, I don't know if people are chatting. So let me go to all chats here and see live chat.
There we go.
It just says welcome.
Oh, Kira's here. She says happy Valentine's
There we go.
Day.
Happy Valentine's.
Thank you for letting us know it works.
Appreciate knowing that. So
happy Valentine's Day to everyone. To me, it's a special day for families to show love to each other.
Yeah,
families.
Yes. It's a great thing for
we
families.
sent Valentine's to all of our children. So hello, Porfield and Ann in Missouri.
Yes.
We have decided that we don't love lives. We love doing them. We don't love watching them. And so we want to make it better. We don't want to just...
Well, I guess what she's saying, we've watched a few and it's like, I got something else to do.
So we do have a couple of topics today. We came on a few minutes early, but we've
not many.
Not many. It's 7. Oh, it's 5:01 right now.
Yeah. So
okay.
We're on time.
All right. So we are going to talk about the Great American Farm Tour in just a few moments. We got contacted by Justin today, and so we'll do that when we have a little bit more. Hello, Lois. Hey, there's our UK person.
Zero to Homestead.
Okay. Super. Thank you, everyone, for saying hi to us and being here.
And Melissa.
That helps so much.
Yes.
We've had really good comments on our video that we did today that we put out last night. And people were very kind in letting us just slow down a little, and that's really good. I should be in bed, but I've had to stay up. She's in the UK also.
Yeah, it is late, right?
Yes. Hello, Ethan. Hello, Linda. Hope everyone's got wonderful plans.
Ethan.
I said, hello, Ethan.
I got to listen to you better.
I said, hello, Ethan. You said, look, it's Ethan.
A little slow.
I'll let you take over.
I'm slower than the internet. No, you're doing good.
We do not have plans for the evening except to just be nice and calm. Hello, John. And we have been watching what are we doing? What's it called when you do a binge watch?
It's a binge watch
of a show that we've never ever seen.
Binge.
We binge one a night.
Yeah.
And it's for 4 seasons. And so
sometimes 2. But
sometimes
usually we don't have that much time.
No. And sometimes it's like, Jim, wake me up if I fall asleep.
And sometimes I wake her up.
Hi, Christine. She's walking and listening. Good for you.
Hey, I love it. I love it.
So we took the animals out last night. We told about that on the video. Did you take them any leaves today? We found out they think leaves are candy. Really,
dried leaves.
Dried leaves.
They just gobble them. The goats do. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, testing. I can't say it. Hello, Megan.
That's funny.
So,
yeah, no, I need to do that, but when would that have happened?
I don't know, but there's a bunch out here that we can take to them. Anyway, that when we took the pigs out and
they're goats.
Took the goats out into the field in the back. They just found the dried leaves and were just crunch, crunch, crunch. And so we're like, oh, we need to put...
Oh, those of you who've had goats know what we're talking about. They just get excited about new places, and that's what they did.
I think all animals do.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we had some really cute comments on our pig runaways. So, wow, everyone's on here. Tony's on here. Christy's on here.
Well, I think the
Kathy's
best comment, the one I liked the most, was that they are our fence QA.
Yes, quality assurance for fencing.
Yeah, they're.
In fact, I made notes, and that was on there.
Well, if you want to test it, just put some pigs in, and they'll find any of the problems.
I never knew what hog tight meant.
Well,
I do now.
It is tight. That's for sure.
So this. Oh yes, we're just gonna chill today.
It's a chill day.
Actually, no, we just did something really fun, but it was as much as chilling, isn't it? We're putting, tell them what we're doing.
Well, we're doing the finish work on the window trim. You know, we're trimming around the window in the kitchen.
In fact, we'll videotape the last part of it.
Yeah, it's coming together nicely. We're doing it very simple, but you know how trim, when you do it, it just sets it off. Plus, it covers up any of the crookedy things that may be there, which are inevitable, and it's going to look great as we're done. I'm excited to see this.
It looks really nice.
I mean, it's going to be fun.
Really, really nice, and I love that they're talking amongst themselves. Yeah. That's great.
But you know, if I were a carpenter,
I'd
want to be a finish carpenter.
I'd be your.
I know
lady.
It can be challenging.
I'd be your lady.
You'd be my lady.
Yeah.
That's good. But it's just, you know, it's
that every day
finishing the job. That's the part I like. The rest of it gets kind of. It goes on and on and on, but when you're finishing is done.
Well, I'm surprised how much we go into the kitchen and it's still the same. And I'm like, well, we haven't had any time to work on this.
Yeah.
But that window's going to look
It's
awesome.
Almost done,
awesome.
And that's good.
Yes. What is it that you say about finish work? Cover, make it straighter.
Pound it harder or cover it up.
Oh, there you go.
That's not finished work. That's what you do with most jobs. Yeah.
I'm watching Creating Essence. They had surgery in their family today. It took 2 times longer than planned because they found more damage when they opened him up. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's one of their children?
No, I don't think so. I think it's your husband.
Oh. Yeah.
Jim, we know. Yeah. Guess we're not going to tell that, are we?
No.
Okay. We had a comment today on, and you don't even know about this yet, on our poor little chickens that we got from the factory, that we put them on chick starter and extra vitamin water to let them have a new start in life. So maybe instead of the layer, give them some of our chick starter.
It'd be great if we had chick starter.
Oh, did we run out? Okay. We got really good layer, though, with the fish meal instead of the soy.
That's really what we had in there, though, was the chick starter.
It is what we had in there. They've been on chick starter.
Yeah, we just kind of did it. Anyway, some are getting, some look like they may recuperate.
Ooh.
And others are, I don't know, they're just too far gone. They were just too damaged. And it's to the point of, would it be better to put them out of their misery or hope that maybe they recover? And for some, I don't think they're going to recover.
I don't either. Megan's husband had some pretty severe surgery on his shoulder dislocation.
Oliver, bye, Oliver.
Our prayers are with you, and we definitely remember you guys in our prayers when there's specifics like that. So
yeah. We had some excitement last night. We didn't mention in our video, did we?
Oh, no, we did not.
Came after we taped the video.
This is really gross.
When I went out to put...
Oh, be careful, too, because it's...
No, I'm going to handle this appropriately.
Okay.
When I went to check on the chickens we have in the big barn, the very bad in shape red stars. I'm going to go like that. Get away from that window. Sorry, we wiggled you around. Their cage was all shut up, and we had been to the event that Renda was part of last night for the youth. And so we'd shut things up that needed shut up. The goats weren't, and that was about it, I guess. Anyway, for the chickens, that was trying to, it was because you moved. When you moved, and
I'm all polka dotty.
Yeah, this is a great camera. It tries to focus, but boy, it can really make things weird sometimes. Oliver's back.
The door's just going to stay open.
Anyway, the chickens were put away. They were shut. The door was shut, so they were safe, which is a good thing. Anyway, as I'm checking on them, because I'm always, did they lay eggs? Or are there any of them that are having really severe problems I need to attend to? How's their water? How's their food?
They're being good.
Yep. And so I have my headlamp on, so I'm seeing things, and I see an extra pair of eyes outside of the cage, and it doesn't look like cat. Yeah. And so I look at it more closely, and it is as big as a cat, maybe bigger.
No, it was big as Oliver.
Yeah, and it is a possum. And now I don't know a lot about possums. I don't know why he's in there with the chickens.
Of course, we don't know why.
I don't know how he got in.
Yeah, because through that little hole.
Maybe. I mean, that's about the only place I know of, and that's pretty amazing.
It's a possum hole.
It's pretty amazing that he would do that. So, and maybe he's been in there longer. I don't know. Anyway, wasn't sure what to do. Do I shoo him out? He'll be back. I don't know what he's trying to do to the chickens. So I had to treat him like a predator, and I feel bad about that.
He called me on the phone, and I came over, and anyway, we had to dispose of it. I
had him captured, but I had things in such a way that he could have gotten away, and
Absolutely, Tony. He was not there just for sightseeing.
Yeah. But I didn't know possums had teeth like this guy had teeth. I mean, we're not talking fangs like a wolf or anything like that, but they weren't teeth I wanted.
Let's just say he won't be back.
Yeah, but they weren't teeth I wanted to get involved directly.
And he hissed a whole lot.
Yeah, he was pretty angry at me. Anyway, he was big.
Hi, Bernice.
Definitely didn't want him coming back. So, and that may explain some of the problems we've had. We've had a couple things disappear that we were not sure about. Anyway, that was the excitement for a while, trying to figure out what to do and how to do it. Next time will be easier. I know
you
it
were
works.
So good. I come in and I'm like, sometimes being on Homestead is really scary. And he just he's a man. He takes care of me. I love it.
It's good you weren't putting the chickens away.
We just focused in and out again. I won't move.
Yeah, just hold still. Okay.
So I have some information. I received a text message today.
Oh, yes. This was a good text message. Fun text message.
I received a text message, which I am going to share with you. It's from Justin Rhodes. He wanted to know how we were doing, but he has some very exciting news. And he says, crazy good news. I'm getting the Great American Farm Tour, which includes the part that we were featured in, on to Amazon Prime Video, to be there as an Amazon Prime Video. And so he wants to grow the audience bigger. And so he's asking us, since we are featured in the film, if we will help promote that part of the movie.
And we will.
And share it on our landing page and with our audience. And that he thinks it will be out the weekend, February 22nd. So if you have Amazon Prime, look for the Great American Farm Tour.
And details to come.
Yeah,
so as
we
get those, we'll share the specifics.
But we will put it on there. So that was pretty exciting.
No, he was talking about that from the very beginning, that he was tough to do.
He tried to get it on Netflix, and Netflix wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't, I don't know.
He's trying to get to a bigger audience, which really makes sense, but more people need to see it. So
Tony found a possum in her garage in the washing machine. Oh, imagine opening the washer to put in a load and finding a hissing possum.
Wait. How would it get in the washing machine?
Failure. Oh, I thought it was bad when I opened the washer and the snake came out when my kids were little. And it was my son's snake.
How would a possum do that? They picked up the lid, fell in, they couldn't get out?
Could be.
Ugh.
They're pretty amazing. He's huge. He was huge.
Well, I had trouble picking him up because he'd wrapped his tail around things. And so, anyway. Yeah, they're hopefully no more come back. But I am going to make a habit of going out after dark and looking around, because where there's one, there's more.
Well, and our barn got this little place that's like,
the concrete's broke.
The concrete, it was formed that way. So cats can get in and out of it.
Oh, they built it for the cats?
Yeah, it's for that. Mm-hmm. But the possums can get in and out of it. It's not. It's smooth. It's smooth.
Oh, okay.
It's smoothed over that one.
Okay.
You think it's broke? Well, if you close it up, the cats are locked in, and then there'll be poop all over the barn. And they are catching the mice, by the way. We don't have any mice, but I watched one catch one today.
Yes.
So I was like,
so
yes.
We appreciate that.
It's now skunk mating season. Beware when you walk out after dark. I don't think they're going to try to mate you, but you might scare them.
I know there are skunks in the area. I haven't seen evidence of them close to us. We've smelled them in the air, and nearby we've seen them that have been hit in the roads. Actually, last year we saw an armadillo that they'd gotten ran over close to us. Armadillo?
Dillo.
I thought they were Dias.
Dillos.
They're dillos, huh? Okay.
Depends on the part of the country you're in.
I think so. Anyway, just a little one, but it gotten hit. So they've come this far north, which is interesting.
Yeah. So, you have skunks come up to the porch. Lovely. There are parts of homesteading I don't love. There's parts you don't love, but you just handle it. I get to go in the house.
Unless I call for help.
Yes, and he did, and I came running.
Well,
handed him the stuff he needed.
Yep, but we got it.
Anyway, back to the Great American Farm Tour.
So we're excited about that getting greater exposure. It'll be wonderful to see how that goes, but we want to help him do that.
So well, help us too. Anybody who's on it, it'll promote. So that's pretty good.
True.
That's true. Pretty good. So what big plans do you guys have for Halloween? For Valentine's?
We're way past Halloween.
Were we not just talking about Christmas? And here it is. You have some funny animals over there.
Well, our island's really big and it holds a lot more. And I think
our island. Yeah, there's this big pond in between the islands.
Yes, yes.
Do you not have these over there in the UK? You don't have skunks or possums? What do you have?
Oh, I'm sure they've got things.
Skunks are looking for food. They are on your step.
Yes, and they're probably used to getting it from somebody, and so they know,
says,
go to the
tell
door.
Them to go away.
Go to the door, knock on the door, and if a lady answers, just look cute. It works every time.
I was just thinking it makes our foxes and badgers seem very tame, and she is in England too, or UK. So no skunks or possums. Well, and the only snake is an adder.
Really?
Well, let's move to England.
Okay, good choice. We've already moved.
Oh yeah, we've already moved.
Take care, Christy. I guess you're on your way, or are you just coming?
I think she's coming.
Oh, I don't know. Okay. Somebody said they can only stay for a little bit. I thought it was her.
I think it's her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know dogs and skunks.
Oh, then the dog can stay outside.
If that happens.
Yeah.
No, our dog has been our dog has made the mistake of walking between the rooster and his hens a couple of times. Boy, he gets attacked. In Florida, where I used to live, raccoons were the worst. Got my whole flock of chickens.
Yeah, I've heard that raccoons.
We have seen a raccoon dead on the road too.
We just haven't seen evidence of them getting up around us here. So, I mean, yeah.
We keep thinking that the winter it would be the worst time because we have all this live food for them to eat.
You must mean fox.
But, before all the animals, Ron had a fox coming to the door to get a hot dog.
yeah, we do have foxes here. I've heard, we haven't seen one here. Lots of foxes in the U.S., different
you want me to tell my fox
species
story?
Of them. Which one?
I only have one fox story.
Oh, okay.
So we were driving in Colorado because that was our home. And we were going to across Wolf Creek Pass, and we got up to the top.
That's in southern Colorado.
Got up to the top of it and pulled over, and there was a fox just by the side of the road, standing there. And you don't feed wild animals, and he was just so cute. And I rolled down my window and gave him a soda cracker, and he just ate it.
He acted like this wasn't unusual.
I know. I think he just waits at the top for people to come and feed him.
A lot of people stop at the top. There's a place you can pull over and, facilities and so forth. So I probably found this was a great spot because when they weren't around, he could probably rustle through the trash
skunks
cans.
Hibernate.
That's good.
I didn't know that. Okay. Hi, Francine. That's okay. You've got about don't worry about it. Okay. We've got about 22 minutes left. I mean 12 minutes left.
Okay.
So that's good. Yeah, so that is so weird that there are none of those over in Europe. Huh. I wonder, of course, Australia has things we never want. So
yeah,
we have friends down there.
Share, so
they can have them. I mean, you know, cute koalas and mean kangaroos.
Yep.
And crocodiles and
well, in Colorado,
in
one thing that we had even in town where we were in Colorado Springs was the mountain lions. They would come looking, and bears would come right into town. So it was different years, different times of the year. The bear can be a real problem when they're not able to get enough food in their habitat. They come into town and start looking, and people have had them right in their houses if they had the doors open. So that can be pretty bad with a bear rustling through your refrigerator, and they do it.
Yeah, not mine.
Yeah,
we were on the east side of town, not the west.
Yeah, but we did have coyotes in our neighborhood as well as deer come walking through down our street.
I always think it's really weird when you live right in town and you look outside and there's a herd of deer in your yard. I'm like,
yeah, well, hey, it's their habitat. We kind of invaded.
Yeah, we did. Okay, you ran out of subjects. Got any more?
You ran out of subjects?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm done talking. I know that's hard to believe.
I don't think you are. There's got to be more. What was your favorite recipe you made this week?
My lemon curd.
I concurred.
You concurred.
I concurred. Superb.
And Lois made a comment that when I made the video, I didn't talk through it, and it was so much easier to make, and just put the recipe on there. So much easier, and I think it was a fun way to do it.
It was. Hi, Sharon.
Are there a lot of snakes in Missouri? They say there are. We've seen 3. They're all black snakes. If you have black snakes kill the copperheads. So you don't have copperheads. Copperheads.
I thought it was water moccasin.
Copperheads.
Okay.
And water moccasins.
We do have water moccasins.
We have both of those. But if you have black snakes, we're told that they kill the bad ones. So the only thing that the black snakes do is eat your chickens or their eggs.
Their eggs for sure.
Let's see. We have coyotes coming towards the yard yesterday. He detoured them with a shot. Very good.
Yeah, that works. They don't like
Hi, Sharon. The lemon curd video worked well. Thank you. I really enjoyed making it that way. It was, and what you don't know is I turned off, I just clicked the sound off and put music to it instead. But when I had the sound on, I was humming all the way through. I thought, I better take that off of there.
Tony, a little history for us. Tony is asking our likes and dislikes between the West and the East. And, Missouri would be more Midwest, actually. But
we've lived in the East.
Yeah, we lived in Pennsylvania and
Connecticut.
And Ohio.
Well, we lived in Mamaroneck.
Yes.
New York.
Yeah. And I spent 2 years in upstate New York. So we've been back east, so we're very familiar with it. So as far as adjustment, we were fairly prepared for that. I mean, one of the adjustments, though, is the humidity. And the humidity manifests itself in a lot of ways. One is that in the West, your skin tends to be very, very dry. And here it's not the same problem because there's a lot more humidity in the area to keep you
In fact, moistened. When I went to Utah to take care of the grandkids a couple months ago, my skin just felt like it was going to peel off.
Yeah.
I would like to answer.
And what about your hair? What happens with your hair?
My hair, and when I'm in the West, my hair just lays down smooth. And when I'm here, this is because I just washed it, that it even looks tamed right now. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just frizz.
But let me finish answering this question.
For sure.
Everything else, there are good people everywhere. No doubt about it. And as far as differences in people, there's a difference between people generally in the West and generally in the East. But there's been so much mixing that kind of blurs. But the difference between North and South, as far as just the social interaction and a lot of what goes on, huge difference there. And I've got to say, I'm pleased with it. I like the hospitality. I like a lot of the, I don't know how to describe it, but it's more faith-based, if you will. And so
much more faith-based.
So because we are religious ourselves, it's been a little more comfortable, even if there are some differences of views and opinions. I think 10 years ago, and definitely more than that, but within the last 10 years, there have been adjustments. But prior to that, I think it wouldn't have been as good of an experience for us because there was just a lot of belligerence is probably the best. Biases that if you weren't like everybody else, then there was a problem.
I mean, we are so involved in our community. We went to a dinner on Monday night put on by the Salvation Army for all of the volunteers that go there. We're going again on this next Tuesday night or Wednesday night to volunteer at the Salvation Army. We work at the food pantry. We are involved in the community, and religion doesn't matter. We're all just faith-based.
We have friends who've been here for a while. When they first came, there were some problems. There were some issues that they experienced, which is unfortunate. Okay, your turn. Take over.
I just want to answer Vid UK. He asked if the siding on our house was made of wood. Sadly, no, it is plastic.
Yeah.
It is not one we would ever put on.
It's vinyl siding, and it's very inexpensive, very easy to work with. Not very durable in some ways. I mean, I think the time is not going to break it down ever, but wind can rip it off. Things hitting it, if something hits it hard, can chip it and break it and knock holes in it. So it's an American version of how you should do a house.
Old Kentucky Homestead says it's the Bible Belt. Absolutely.
Yes.
And he said, I thought so on the siding. So let me see if I missed anywhere.
Lois is saying hit that like button.
We have Nellie's granddaughter has mountain lions, bears, and coyotes, foxes. Where are you at, Nellie? So, and Sharon says, big differences. You are so right, Jim. You drive down the neighborhood where I live and everyone waves. Yeah. Just go like this.
I will say this about the West. You get away from the big cities out to the small towns. You get the same thing. Everybody you pass, it may be just a finger off the steering wheel, one of those things, or a nod of the head, tip of the hat, but you get it. So from my perspective, it's more large city, small town area. And
Montana. Okay.
Yeah,
you have everything.
Yeah.
I agree about the difference between North and South. Northerners aren't usually as hospitable. We like the South. And sustainable backyard. Okay, we have
going a little fast.
Timeshare in Branson. Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
I love it there, but the humidity and the heat is intense. I know we've told our family don't come visit during the summer.
Yeah, stay away July and August.
As for the people, I would gladly take the humidity and heat. People are so friendly and kind. Absolutely.
Yes, Ron, I agree. Friendly rural thing. Absolutely. That's been my experience.
We're just everywhere. So it's amazing. We love it. So much. The West, where I am at now, I moved here to Idaho from Florida. And yes, everyone is friendlier in the South. Can't wait to get back.
Yeah.
Oh. So, we're all saying
was that the question? Was that the question you were trying to answer?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad
it is more small town, big city mentality. I think so. I really think so. I was going to tell a funny story. When we lived in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's a big city, but Pittsburgh, and we only lived there a couple years. But Pittsburgh is put into boroughs.
Yeah.
And so
Pittsburgh is a lot of little cities that are all connected together.
And so they're all little towns. And so when you drive, you go, okay, go ahead, or go ahead, or go ahead. Everybody's just super polite to each other. And we had gone to New York because we lived in New York before, and we went back to New York. And this time we were driving. We never drove in New York City before. And I happened to be driving, and we came to a stop sign or something like that. And I went like this, and like 5 cars converged. And I'm like, oh, we're not in Pittsburgh anymore. So it was crazy.
Now, Ethan is bragging about Minnesota and their northern hospitality that goes on there. I think there are 2 lines you know, in the U.S., an upper one and a lower one, and when you cross either one, you get into a different. You know, it must either be the humidity or the extreme cold that forces people to be really, really nice.
We have to put up with the elements, so we've been tested. Nellie's very rural,
yes.
and everybody waves. She's in Montana. How gorgeous!
Yes,
that's really nice. I mean, you have to be brave to live in Montana because it's so rural.
Yeah.
She's in the north. Be careful, Sandy. My old Kentucky home. I had not heard cursing while living in Georgia, and we moved to Ohio, and I heard cursing the day we took out the U-Haul. It shocked me. And, you know, I know that I realized that too with smoking. When we were up in Pittsburgh area, living up there before we moved here, it was just like smoking was everywhere. I very seldom see a cigarette here. It's weird. Can't stay. My internet slowed down. Okay. Well, thank you for coming. We're almost done anyway. It shocked me to realize how I had not heard it in Georgia.
Huh.
I drive 72 miles one way to get groceries. Nels is out there.
Whoa.
72 miles to get groceries. Hence the need to grow your own food.
So how many people do you pass in that 72 miles? Probably not many, animals. I'm guessing. Probably you've got a lot of open space. I've lived in the Southwest,
the coast, the Midwest, the Northeast. Country folk are great.
Yes, they are.
That's a wonderful.
Period.
Absolutely.
Wherever you go, country folk is it.
Because the country folk in Colorado, where his family lives, they're all like this wonderful, wonderful country folk. So, hey, Mama Grows.
You're right. Is that Poolfield too?
Poorfield.
Poorfield. That looks like
she
pool.
No, it's pool.
No, you're absolutely right.
She's in England.
That community spirit. Because in so many cities, people don't know their neighbors a lot of times. Now, an exception. This is interesting. One of our sons lives in Denver, right near downtown.
Oh.
It's an older part of town, very, very old. And
the houses you can't afford because they're historical district.
But his neighborhood, the neighbors, they do things together.
They get out and have block parties, barbecues.
So they brought that community into place, and it's not like there's a community group formally. They just do it, and so it's different. So when we say that, there are pockets where it's very different, but for the most part, you get into the cities and it's just. Hurry up, go fast. Other people don't matter. Keep to yourself.
So I just have to make a comment to Ruby. Ruby, yesterday, as we were in the process of getting rid of the possum, I was going, I know, Justin. I know they will eat the ticks. But it's still going. So, yeah, it had to go. So, are you asking 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Let me see if there's anything else. Is that your choice to pass certain stores to get to a preferred one? I don't think so.
No. I'm suspecting she lives in the part of Montana where everything is few and far between. Gorgeous, lots of open space, big sky country. That's why they say that.
I know. We actually, it's the only state we didn't go in to look. We did look for land, but not because I didn't want to. I knew about all those elements out there of roughness, and I wasn't sure I was ready to go that way.
Yes, he's not far from Clarkson, actually. So it's
who?
Ron, he's a friend in Denver on Clarkson Street.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of that same area, actually. So.
Yeah.
And there's variations. You can go from section to section and get different variations. But I would say where our son lives, it's actually closer to Washington Park, and so there's just a lot that goes around.
Yeah, they are. So.
Oh, that's right. Ethan's been ill.
Elderberry syrup. Oh, Ethan's been. I thought you guys were well again. Did you get ill again? Oh.
Zany Mae made it.
Hey, he knows. Ron here knows Washington Park.
And the suggestion from my old Kentucky homestead, elderberry syrup. I would say elderberry juice, but get those elderberries going. That'll help.
Get them in your body. Oh, you got ill again. It's because you're working out there in that cold place. I know.
He's got a deadline.
I know. He's got to do it. but being sick.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'll
Ethan,
slow
we
you
haven't
down.
seen your videos for a while. I'm so sorry. Renda, I have to tell you, you put a bug in my head weeks ago when I watched the preview of your 12 weeks quitting caffeine. Cutting by half every day has worked for me this week. Thank you. Oh, that's
awesome.
great. That's great. Hope you both have a lovely Valentine's.
And speaking of Valentine's, we need to get ourselves into Valentine's mode.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and close down. Happy Valentine's Day,
thanks for being part of this. We appreciate it. And as suggested by one of my Regenerate, Don't Degenerate friends, we do Regenerate, Don't Degenerate on another YouTube channel every day. I'm getting it out at 8 o'clock. That day's exercises.
We do it that day and then just go put it on right now.
It's there. It's fresh. It's new. It's us. It's real.
It's
encouraging
very real.
you to exercise. It's not long, so if you don't want to do much, this is a great place to get started. So come join. We'd appreciate it.
All right, Nell's granddaughter, you stay safe when you're driving to your Walmart and Costco. And thank you, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Love you all. Bye-bye.